Meanwhile, the Phoenix Police Department continues to struggle with an officer shortage, operating with hundreds of unfilled positions. And as Team 12's William Pitts reports, the department may have to make some tough decisions like deciding which types of calls they may not respond to.
Hundreds of job openings and only a handful of officers to fill them. Phoenix PD is down about 370 cops, and despite heavy recruitment and signing bonuses, it can't fill the spots. So the department is looking at the possibility of cutting back on some of the calls officers would go to free them up for the more serious stuff.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the subcommittee.
Chief Jerry Williams presented it to the City Council's Public Safety Committee this month.
This is just an initial list. So this is a starting point to advise you all, to advise members of our public, to advise our employees what we're looking at.
Right now, these are just recommendations from a study commissioned by Phoenix PD. ASU said there were 11 types of calls the department could scale back. Checking on alarms, helping the fire department with unruly patients, drug overdoses, civil matter standby, like being there when someone's evicted or when divorced parents hand off their kids, abandoned cars, found property, minor fender benders, illegal parking, noise complaints, loose animals, and people smoking weed in public. Chief Williams told the council she didn't agree with all of them, but she said cops probably didn't need to be there for dogs. And minor fender benders didn't need a cop either.
We believe it would be better filled with a civilian member or a police assistant to handle the exchange of information.
Same with noise. She said most cities have departments just for that. And illegal parking. That could wait too.
We could have a community action officer follow up on that during their work hours.
Some city council members wondered if not using cops for some calls was actually a good idea, especially calls that can turn ugly, like child handoffs.
You might also be able to use people who would then still be sworn officers, would still get the respect of the angry father or mother or whatever. You know, they might still be in the uniform.
If the call reduction plan happens as the chief laid out, and it's far from final, it could free up a lot of police time.
80 to 90,000 calls for service that we could offboard from patrol, thereby having them focus their efforts on other things.
There's also a plan to have officers come in after hours and use overtime to handle things like phone calls and paperwork. But again, none of these things are final. Phoenix PD says they're still looking at everything. William Pitts, 12 News.